Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Overlord Season 4 episode number 5 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we saw everything from Ainz's perspective while Albedo was in the ball. I'm guessing that's when this happened. Ainz went on his own journey with the guild master to find some people kind of advertise about their own place, the sorcerer kingdom, and bring some adventurers into his town so that that the guild can actually be more populated and people come and go, stuff like that. So he meets I think that guy, the merchant guy, and from there he decides to go in and participate in the Colosseum battle against the warrior king. And so that was because that guy, the guild master guy, I forgot his name, he gave Ice the idea to advertise in the Colosseum by showing his own strength and telling everyone that, oh, you guys are welcome to come to our guild. So that was the whole plan. That was the plan. While it's so funny that this was merely a very normal, very harmless plan, but for Nyx, he got the shock of his life when he saw Ainz in the Colosseum. He was like, "Oh my God, Ainz has known what is happening. He's like he knows I'm planning behind his back." Well, Ainz just wants to advertise. That was the funny situation. And Ainz comes in, fights the Warrior King, and we get to see how the Warrior King is a troll, and he's not like the other trolls. He's a very reasonable, very prideful, and very what can I say, a very nice and a very well, I can't find that the particular word to use, but he he understands, he respects everyone, and he does not treat others by their name and stuff. Because you remember, I think in season 3 or season, I think it was season 3, or was it season 2, where I think it was season 2, yeah, when the troll kind of laughed at Ainz because of his long name and stuff like that. So yeah, they fought, and Ainz made a deal: if I win, you'll come and join me. If I lose, you can eat me. That was the deal. And the troll, the warrior king, and Ainz fought, and he saw the difference in abilities, and he asked Ainz, like, am I weak or something? And Ainz was like, no, it's just bad luck. And yeah, they fought, and obviously Ainz killed him and brought him back in front of everyone, and he was like, look at this, ladies and gentlemen, come to our our town. Our town has a guild. We welcome all adventurers. We won't let anyone do petty jobs like security and stuff. Adventurers will be adventuring. They'll go out and bring stuff, look for the unknown. That's what they do. So welcome to our place. And yeah, so, and obviously after that he talks with Nyx a little bit, and Nyx, after getting such a shock of his life, decided to actually tell Ainz that, oh, can I become the vassal state of your kingdom? Ainz doesn't know what vassal state means, and he's like, later, and just leaves because he thought that probably Damage can handle this a lot better, while Nyx is thinking of what he has done to actually incur the wrath of Ainz, and how he's going to make him happy and stuff like that. That was a great episode. Now let's start with this one. Let's see whether actually the Baharut Empire becomes a vassal state of the Sorcerer Kingdom. I'm pretty sure it'll happen. It's a matter of time, I guess, but we'll see. So yeah, let us begin. This is episode number 5. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. The image is here. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh, plants. Okay. Why is Albedo? Ah! Albedo's like, I know you. Oh. Oh, wait, he went to the. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. What did he say? He may be unsatisfied. Ah, oh no. Albedo is so smug. She's like, yeah. Was there a method to make? But but he did it in like one. Damien just like, oh my god. Yep. He said 1 month and look at this. Okay. Because yeah, exactly. Because of that. I just cannot. How can he be so. Okay, Shalter and there with him. Like this, the first part was so, oh my god, like Ainz. Like they're thinking of so many different reasons why Ainz has actually done this, while Ainz basically doesn't know what a vassal state is, and he's like, you know what, I need help from Demiurge and Albedo, so let me just give all the responsibility to them because I don't know what I'm doing. Well, all of these, like, Albedo and Demiurge is like, oh, like he knows everything, like, like all the, like, like, what can I say, like he just pre-planned everything, and this is all part of his grand plan. And look at him, he has done the job that I would have taken like 1 month, he did it in 3 days. And oh my god, like Ainz is too lucky, I feel like, like the way he can just like just do these things without even intending it to is just, yeah. Wait, that's touch me. That's touch me not, isn't it? I think that was his name. The armored guy we see in the opening. Either that's him or it's someone kind of acting as him or something like that. Wait, what the? Hey, there's a statue of him. Oh, we're still in our place. Okay, okay. Diplomatic relationship. Okay. Ah, Zenberu. Oh, this guy. We saw him in season 2. Or okay. Yeah. Yeah, he really wants to negotiate. Okay. Ah, yeah, obviously. Hmm. Yeah, understandable, What? Hmm. Ah. Oh my god, Shaltia is going to be like. But okay, I was not expecting cockroaches to be. Oh, that's why. Yeah, understandable. You think that was for punishment? Okay. Oh my god. Oh, it's nice and cool. Okay. Yes, exactly. That's the question. Oh wow, we have elephants here. Or mutant elephants. Hmm. Yeah, she's still not happy about the whole hypnotism she went through. Brainwash. Hmm. Okay. Wow. Oh boy. Hmm. Oh. Oh, that's true in a way. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, let's go then. Wait, they have a kid. Okay. All right, Eins. All right, let us go to the Dwarven Kingdom. Damn, it really does feel like they're going to attack or something. Like, they're gonna live with the little army that they're having. Okay. Hmm. He just creates a fortress. Wow, that's so crazy. Like, like each person has like one floor allotted to them. Wow. God. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, he's like, I don't understand any of that thing, so yeah. Yeah. Mm. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, but not like that. You need to learn. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Oh, so Hanzo? What the? Damn! He has like a personal ninja army. There's no living creatures. What? Oh, so all of them are underneath mining? What the? Only one dwarf? Eee. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. He's trying to run away. Trying to run away. Move to a different city. Oh, yeah. Does he know who Ainz is? Okay, he doesn't know. Gondo Firebeard. Okay. Interesting. So the dwarves and elves here have a good relationship. Usually, dwarves and elves have like a very bad relationships. Ah, he's here. He'll freak out. Yep, I knew it. Well, this is the king himself. Hmm. Okay. Oh, his whole thing changed. Oh, he can make them. Okay. Ah. Oh. Oh, okay. Can he do it? And what was he doing like in the middle of like this place? Like, okay, there you go. Um, yeah, obviously. But I feel like runes are stronger. Hmm. It's cheap. Okay. Ah, yeah. Okay. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Like he's in the same position, you know? Yep. Yeah, like he can provide them, like, with stuff and don't say it like that, but yeah, we understand what you're trying to say. Okay, there you go. That showed his resolve, so. Whoa. 100? What? Wait, these are kobolds, aren't they? What? Oh, that's why. Eat metals? What? Oh my god. Okay, these look like werewolves, not kobolds. Ah. Capture. Yeah, we'll make them our pets. Okay, yeah, obviously. Alright, here we go. So many of them, you need to capture them. Okay. Ah, nice, here we go. Alright. This should be easy. Ooh! She's just gathering them in one. Okay, binding them in one place. Oh, a few more. I feel like this was the leader. Oh, there, that's the leader. Yeah. She can just, yeah, she can just hypnotize you and, yeah. Oh my god. Oh boy, Ashalta is so uncomfortable here. Great clan lord. Oh my god. Oh my god. Viper. Oh god. And that's it. Okay. So, okay, so there you go. We are not in the Dwarf Kingdom, but in the outskirts of it. And the place where the dwarves lived before, but not currently because of these Guagua. So, yeah. And I like the fact that we're seeing more of the characters that we did not see in the first half. There's Chaltier and Aura. Like we saw a little bit of Albedo. Like most of it was Albedo, I feel like. Yeah, and so like I feel like everyone had their bits. Like like each character had like there's character specific sections. Like Sebastian had his. You could say Demuge also had his when he was Yaldabaoth and fought Ainz. Who else? Obviously Albedo had her, and Cocytus had his. Okay, that's it. Character specific, like little section. Who else? Aura and Mare, I don't think they had theirs. We saw specific portions of the anime where they showed them, and they did a few things, but character specific sections which completely focuses on them. I don't think they had theirs. Yeah, Aura and Mare, we still not had them. Hmm. And Shaltier, you could say that we also had kind of a little bit of a character specific arc for Shaltier, which was the whole in season one, the ending where Ainz fought her. But I don't think that kind of does justice to her. So I'm guessing this one will be like a lot more focused towards like this little section, a lot more focused towards Shaltier, and we're going to see you know what can I say, like something good about her, like how she is, how she fights, how she is like does something beneficial for the Sorcerer Kingdom, and like see a little bit of her character development maybe. So yeah. So and also Aura is here as well. I'm guessing Aura's we're going to see a lot of Aura specific things as well, like how she fights and everything. Like we've seen her fight before, but not that much. But yeah, we'll see. But okay, so this episode we begin with the first part was so funny. Demuge comes in and Albedo's just. I was like, why is she acting like this? Like she's acting like awfully smug. He's just sitting there, kind of smiling, and she's like, and I was wondering what's happening, and then I realized she's just like she's just like, oh, like like you were not like you did not think this far ahead, but Ainsama thought of this, so there you go, Demuge. Like look at how amazing Ainsama is, and something like that. She just wanted to just brag about him or something, and That's why she's acting so smug. Okay, so first of all, Demiurge comes in and he asks where's Ainz, obviously, and Albedo says that he has gone to the Dwarf Kingdom, and and Damage is like, I need to, like, talk about him about something, but okay, since he's gone, I'll talk about him to him about this later. Let me do some of my job that is left in the seventh floor. And Albedo, awfully smug, like, with a smug face, she's like, oh, if it's urgent, you can send him a message, because yeah, like, like it's for a faithful servant would quickly notify their masters of important matters. I love how Damage was like, oh my god. Okay, fine. I'm telling the truth. I just wanted his praise a little bit, I just wanted him to just praise me in front of my face. So that's why I don't want to do it via message. I just want to tell this to himself, like, when he's here present in front of me. Albedo's like, yeah, I get you. Oh boy. And here Alberto talks about how like Ainz, as like Ainz is so just calculating, and he's like pre-planned everything and stuff like that. And she says, like, why didn't you think about making the Baharut kingdom our vassal state? And Damage is like, okay, where's that part? Here we go. Was there a method to make the empire a vassal state before the kingdom? And he's like, there was, but Lord Ainz would need to personally take action. It's embarrassing for a servant to ask their master to do such a thing, and it would at least have taken a month. And there you go. And Ainz, Alberto just hands him over the little scroll, where I'm pretty sure Nyx gave that to Ainz or something. And yeah, it states that he wants to become a vassal state of the Sorcerer Kingdom. And Albert's like, there you go, that's the result of Lord Ainz visiting the Empire on his own. And like, looking at this, Damage is like, oh, like, I wasn't able to do this. What an incompetent person I am. And Albedo's like, but Ainz-sama told, like, gave us, both of us, the orders to do something about this, and Damage is like, why an incompetent person like me? Why did he, like, why is he putting his faith in me? I wasn't able to do anything. Albedo's like, because he trusts you. And he's like, oh. Oh my god. Lord Ice probably thought you were being too reserved with your actions. He moved on his own as a message telling you not to hold yourself back. What is happening? This is just so. And he's like, how can he be so? Oh boy. And well, obviously the reality is so different. The reality is Ainz didn't even realize this was going to happen. And when this happened, when Nyx came in front of him by saying, like, oh, I want to become your vassal state, he freaked out because he doesn't even know what that means. And he's like, yeah, send it to my, like, like, to my place. I'll look at it later on. And just gave all the, like, decision making powers about this situation and everything to Albedo and Demiurge. And he just went on his way to a dwarf kingdom because he's like, yeah, I won't be able to do this because I don't even understand what this thing is. What a vassal state means, and what we should do, the important details about these things, I don't know anything. So yeah, better leave it to experts. Albedo and Demiurge could handle it. And that was basically what happened, while these two sitting here having these type of delusions about what has happened and what the almighty Ainz Olgon has thought for them, and how, like, pre-prepared he was, how he knows everything, and how he has accomplished something that probably no one would have been able to accomplish. And yeah, like, that's what happened in the first section, and that was so funny. Oh my god. Now, after that, we get to see, like, Ainz's part, where Ainz goes to the lizard, like the village of the lizardmen. And we get that guy. I don't remember his name, but we've seen him in season 2. The friend that Zariusu had, I think that was his name, Zariusu. uh, his friend, he he knows about the dwarf kingdom, and that's why Cocytus brought them here. And now Ainz is like, all right, tell me about it and lead me there. But obviously he is a little bit, kind of hesitant. He's like, but the dwarfs, they helped me out, and like, I need to know if you're going to actually invade them or do something like that, because they helped me, and I feel like that's just repaying them with, I'm just like, if you do something like that, I'll feel bad, because I'm repaying them with malice while all they have done to me was being kind to me. So, and Cocytus kind of gets mad, but obviously Ainz realizes what, like, what he's trying to say, and it's a reasonable, like, question. Ainz is like, okay, Cocytus, it's enough, like, and he's like, yeah, like, we'll see. If they attack us, then obviously we'll have to defend ourselves, so nothing you can do about it. But we'll try our best to be like, to kind of negotiate this, and hopefully we come to a mutual agreement. And okay, now, while all of this was happening, okay, his name is Zenberu. Okay, so he's like, all right, fine, I'm going to lead you there. Now Cocytus here, he's like, okay, Ainsama, you're standing for an awful long time. If you want to sit, you can sit. And she's like, where am I supposed to sit? And he's like, why, of course, myself, and just lays. And oh my god, I was, at first I was like, I was thinking Shalter would say something like, oh, like, like, sit on me or something. But I was not expecting Cocytus to suddenly bring that up. And Cocytus be like, oh, I'm here. And I love the fact that it doesn't stop there. He keeps riling Shalter in a weird way. He's like, oh, like, who do you think is a better chair, me or Shalter? And Shelter's getting pissed off. While I feel like Ainz probably felt, like, better sitting on Cocytus, because he's cool. He's very chilly and nice, I feel like. And I, like, we saw, like, when Ainz sat down, he was like a little bit, kind of, he was like, oh, this is kind of nice and cool. So, but obviously if he says that, like, it'll be like, pure trouble. Shaltier would probably get depressed after listening to that, and she'll probably start researching on how to become a good chair for his almighty, instead of doing the things that she's supposed to do. That's what's going to happen, I'm pretty sure. If he's actually said here that, oh, Cocytus, you know what, you're probably better. She would start researching on how to be a better chair or something like that. So yeah. Oh my god. Now, while all of this was happening, Shalter and Aura has a conversation, and Shalter is trying, like, Shalter is still bothering Shalter about the previous mistake that she made in season 1, being brainwashed and all. And she's still not able to actually put that, like, like, put that behind her. And she's like, oh, like, and I'm like, she, like, I feel like Sama probably doesn't even have any trust on me and all that. And I don't know, like, she's kind of very, what can I say, like, very enthusiastic on actually giving her all in this mission. But Aura remembers, like, when Ice called her and asked her about, like, accompanying him in the Dwarfen Kingdom, and told her about Shaltier will also join him, because he thinks that people who are strong, which is very true, people who are strong, who has already, like, a certain level of power, and it's like in the top section, they all the time, they kind of hit like a threshold or something, from which point onwards they don't grow. And that's the case with Shaltier. He thinks that's what's happening. You know what, let me read this part line by line. Here we go. Shaltier was created as the most powerful core guardian of Nazarick, Okay, but being labeled as the strongest can be, here we go, detrimental to one's growth. I want her to experience more things and continue to grow. She might make some mistakes, but the people around her can support her through it all. So there you go. That's what he told Aura. And yeah, like obviously, like Ice wants everyone's best, and Shelter doesn't know that, and Shelter is kind of thinking, oh, is Ice mad at me? That will he like not? He probably doesn't trust me enough now, or something like that. She was thinking. So yeah, now one thing I have to say here, like even though like I feel like everyone, like all of us, like people who watch this show, even we kind of joke around about how Ainz does not realize what's going on, and like all everyone else kind of thinks like, oh, this is Ainz Sama, so he knows all, he's omnipotent, and he has like these like immense knowledge and everything, and like everything he says is true, like this type of a thing, while Ainz is like doesn't even know what he's doing. We kind of joke about around about that and everything, but I I have to like admit to this, that Ainz definitely is very I have to say, I don't think this is intelligence. How, what can you call this thing? Very experienced? No, not experienced, but I don't know what to call this thing. But he's like he knows like these type of situations, these type of things. He knows what to do and how everyone will be happy, and all his friends and family will actually what will be beneficial to them. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He knows what will be beneficial to them, and as a whole country, and as a whole family, what's going to help them out. He knows that very well, and he has this this type of a like an understanding in this aspect, a very deep understanding as to how to make everyone happy, and make not happy, but how to kind of rule, no, not rule, I cannot find the word, but um like he knows what is going to be beneficial to them in the long run, that type of a thing, and he keeps an attention to on everyone, all the people that he loves and cares about. He keeps a good attention on them as like the king of this place. He knows how, what each and every person who's working underneath him, he knows what they need, and he knows what he should do for them to actually progress. I remember him in one of the seasons, it was either season 3 or season 2, I think he's called like a few of the mates by their names, and just they just call them by names, and they were so shocked. They were like, oh my god, we are not even the battle mates, we're normal mates here, and Aisama knows our name. That I remember that type of a situation happened, which shows how he's, like I said, how he pays attention to all these things. And in that department, I have to say he's really good. Even though, like I said, even though we kind of make fun and joke around about how he's clueless about most of the things, in this situation, however, he's not clueless at all. He understands what is going to be beneficial to everyone, and he pays attention to each and every character who is working underneath him, and who he thinks of as a friend. So yeah, that type of a thing. So there you go. That's basically Ain's all gone. And this shows that, in this part, like just how he was able to understand what Shaltia needs, and what he needs to do to do that type of a situation. He, like how he was able to easily bring up a plan that's going to help Shaltia in the long run, that type of a thing, I think. Yeah, that's basically. So this is the thing, like I've seen this before, like a lot of people, I remember being kind of, what can I say, not happy about the fact that in season 3 Ainz did a few things. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm trying to talk about. Did a few things which a lot of people were not comfortable with and happy about, because we also saw the backstories of those characters, and we kind of got attached to them, and seeing how what happened to them in the end, kind of, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like that. But if you think about it broadly, like I said, for people who Ainz who are close to Eins and who's like under working under Eins, or who are friends of Eins, for them, you know, Eins is like one of the greatest allies that they could have. But for other people who might actually threaten that, like you remember those three actually came to like kind of raid the tomb or something like that. They came for that, which is obviously like the tomb is a place which is like which is nostalgic for Eins. It holds sentimental value. So seeing that in front of him, which is obviously a like something that disrespects his former guild members and his friends, that's why he acted like that. So basically that, like he's a good friend to everyone who is his friend and who's with them, who's allied with him, while for his enemies he can be he's the worst enemy, that type of a thing. And I feel like that's awfully realistic, like usually in animes we see like like all the like the main characters just helping each and every one character and their family, their brother, their sister, their like ancestor, like like their everything, like everyone related to like a certain character or someone, like the main character like helps each and every one of them, and it works out all like that. And that type of a thing, which is in itself very nice. Obviously I enjoy those things as well, but at the same time I guess like this like realistic way of like approaching this as to people who I know and people who I love, I'm only good to them, while people who I'm like are like against me and try to attack me and my things that I hold dear to me, I'll be the worst enemy to them. That type of a thing, I feel like this type of a thing is very realistic, and that's usually what happens in reality. No one helps everyone, like we try to help people who we love and who we care about. And if we try to help each and everyone out, that's impressive, definitely, but that's also like never happens. Like that's very less amount of people do that, and those people who do that, they're literal saints. Like basically that's what I'm trying to say. So in a way it's kind of realistic how Ainz kind of does stuff here. And also Ainz himself said that I don't feel much when I kill humans nowadays, because maybe because I'm an undead. That also kind of works out, I guess, because anyways I kind of went in a completely different conversation. So yeah, there you go. Now I was looking at Aura and Shaltier, and he was kind of reminiscing about the people who made them, the founders of them. What was their name? Buku Buku Chagama and Perugino. Okay, there you go. Now, okay, now we get a little bit of a glimpse of I think Zaryu, so that was his name, wasn't it? And what was the other? I forgot her name. The other lizard, the white, the albino lizard, that lizard. I forgot her name. Anyways, these two, we get to see a little glimpse of these two. And Zyrus seems fine. I'm pretty sure his speech came back. Like he was kind of stuttering when Ainz brought him back. And they have a little kid, we can see. I love how I love how I forgot her name, the albino lizard. How she gives Ainz that that way, the way she looked at Ainz, just. And Ainz is like, I'm not going to snatch your kid or anything, but then he says like, oh, maybe in the future, one maybe. No, like it's quite rare. But yeah. Anyways, now we are off to the Dwarven Kingdom, and oh boy, this part, they like they come to like it's evening, and Ice is like, all right, you know what guys, we need to kind of camp. So yeah, like let's make like 100-storied fortress here so that we can just stay here for the night. It just makes like a whole tower, which is like I don't know how many floors it has to it. And he's like, all right, let's camp here for the night. And I love Ainz's room. Ainz's room has the glass, like the glass windows, and he's just standing there looking outside, looking and watching the scenery as if it's like in a like a big apartment mansion or something like that. Like I'm just looking at the scenery, looking at the world that he's going to conquer eventually in the future. Oh boy. Now he thinks about his plans and why he's going to the Dwarven Kingdom. First of all, runes. Like he wants to see if it was introduced by some players or something, and he knows it's dangerous going to unknown territory. But yeah, he does want to check the place out and want to make a friendly relationship with the dwarves. Now, and he also thinks about what the hell happened with Nyx. He's like, why did he act like this? Did damage do something? Maybe. While, yeah, like, we know what happened. And, okay. Now, we get a little bit of conversation between Shaltir and Aura. And Aura tells Shaltir about she told her before about what to do, like kind of focus on Ainz and learn from him. And Shalti has been writing down everything that Ainz is doing, and Aura's like, what are you doing? Like, okay, it's good that you're writing it down, but you're writing it down just for the sake of writing it down, and just because you're interested in what Ainz is doing. You're not trying to learn from it. Try to learn from it. Don't just write down notes in your book and just like be happy with that. And she kind of says that to her. Now, okay, where is that? And Shelter's like, yeah, fine, I'm going to do that, obviously. And she's like, okay, then, like, I guess, yeah, if you feel that's okay, then go ahead. And I also like the fact that Shaltier actually kind of, yeah, like she kind of held back here. Other, I like he if this was the previous Shalter, she would have probably been like, oh, like, I want this room, like, the whole room selection thing. She actually held back because Aura is the superior here, and told her that, yeah, you choose, or something like that. Now, she's kind of like, acting a lot more responsible and reasonable. But you know what, I'm probably like, this is probably because this is Aura. If this was Albedo, I feel like, oh my god, I feel like she would have she definitely wouldn't have said that, oh, since you're the superior, you can choose it. No, okay. Yeah, probably because of that. That's why she held back. If this was like, Albedo or something, she would have probably been like, probably started a quarrel with her because, she wants to choose the room where she wants to be, something. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, next we see Ainz and the crew going the next day, and we get to see the ninja team that Ainz has. His, like, the main ninja, I'm guessing the leader, his name is Hanzo, obviously, taken from, I guess, Hattori Hanzo, who was like an actual, I think, actual ninja he was. So okay, now we get to know that the town is empty, but there's someone underneath in the tunnels and all. And we go down, and Aura meets Gondo. That was his name. His last name is very easy to remember. It's Redbeard. No, Firebeard. Firebeard, yeah. Or Beard Fire. No, Firebeard. Gondo Firebeard, I think. That's his name. So he, at first, he freaks out and puts like an invisible cloth on top of him. And when he realizes it's not working, he comes out. And he's like, okay, what do you want? Now, here's one thing I don't like, like in every anime or like video game, not every, but most of them, we know that dwarves and elves have this type of a rivalry. Now, so I was thinking maybe he was like, if that was the case here as well. Probably not, because he kind of acted pretty normally, even though he saw that Aura was like a dark elf. So he acted pretty normally. So I'm guessing that's not the case over here. And maybe elves and dwarves have like a neutral relationship here or something like that. Who knows? Because in most animes and games, elves and dwarves always have something going on with each other, and they just can't look at each other, and something like that, and they just hate each other, that type of a thing. But he acted pretty normally here, so I'm guessing that's not the case. Either way, he's like, oh, okay, you know what, let's go, let me escort you out, because you're a child, and I should help you out. And seeing that, Eins was very happy. Eins was like, oh, good, well said, my dear, my dear friend. And obviously he freaks out after looking at Eins, and after calming down a little bit, Eins tells him what he wants. He tells him that I've come here to get to know your people and make a good relationship of you, and the final goal is getting to know more about rune technology, and maybe get some people who can help me out with that and make me some stuff, some runic weapons or something. So Ice also shows a little bit of rune making ability he has, he kind of shows it to him. And Gondo is like, okay, so he tells us that the town outside, people have left and went towards this, beside the town beside this. And I do wonder what he was doing over here, because I don't think that was answered in this episode. What was he doing here? It was just, even the lamp was, oh, I'm guessing he, he did not he did not turn on the lamp because of the, I forgot the names of those things, those wolf things that we saw, something with Q, their name. Probably because of them, he kept, he did not turn on the light when he was, when he was there, we saw he did not turn on the light. So probably because of them. But I do wonder what he was doing here, because it's like he was in a tunnel, just making like a, I don't know. So I do wonder what he was trying to do here. Maybe we'll get to know later. But either way, he says that, yeah, okay, so you want runic technology? All right, let's talk about it. And he talks to Eins, he has like a conversation with him, and okay, he talks about what happened when runic technology was introduced, and when it had like an alternative. So basically what he says here, at first everything was runic, technology, everyone kind of made magic items with runes and everything. But after that, a certain magic caster was able to enchant stuff with magic. Now obviously making runes and using them, it takes a lot of time. So people started to actually convert and kind of have go to the alternative, that is start doing stuff with magic instead of using runes. But you know what, like I said, I think that runes have like every all animes and every type of what can I say, video games and stuff that I've seen that they always kind of focus on the fact how runes are so much more better than magic or something like that. They're so much more powerful. Runic enchantments and stuff is a lot more superior than normal magical enchantments and stuff like that. So I was just thinking here, oh, maybe maybe they decided to opt to using magic because it's quicker. But I feel like that runic technology will be a lot more stronger than normal magic. I don't know, just what I think and what I've seen in a lot of other shows. But what he says here is the main disadvantage that normal magic has over runes is that it costs a lot. Runic technology or runic enchantments are very cheap, and especially if you want to make higher tiered magic, you need a lot of magical items and materials. So imagine this, if you want to make like a level 10 enchantment or something, if you use normal magic, you probably need like 100 of a certain rare material, magical material. While if you use runic technology or runic enchantment method over there, maybe you need 50 of them. So it makes like the whole cost like half of it. And like I said, these are some rare materials, at level 1 or level 2 stuff you can probably find in the wilderness, in the raw materials. It doesn't matter. But as you go up and up, the materials become rarer and rarer. So if you're able to cut off a little bit of the amount of materials, raw material needed by just using runic technology, by making it cheaper, it's going to help you out a lot in the long run, and it'll be a lot more beneficial. And for Eins, he all he does stuff which is like higher tiered magic. He like I mean he has no use for low tiered magic. So for him especially, runic technology is very important, because I'm pretty sure he just keeps dealing with probably ninth or 10th tiered magic. That's all, like all the developments and upgrades that happens in Ainz's kingdom is probably like either level 9 or level 10, something like that. So runic technology is extremely important for Ainz because it's going to make it cheaper, and that's going to help a lot. So that's the thing. That's why Ainz is kind of like want this, I'm guessing. Okay, now okay, what okay, now he says that, but I like I don't have much, I don't have what it takes in rune crafting. I didn't inherit the talent of my highly skilled father, but since my father is such a big high talent, and he was such a great rune crafter, I feel like I cannot let this go. So I'm trying my best to be better at it, so that my father's what do you call it, my father's uh name does not fade away, that type of a thing. He wants rune technology to be popular again, and their name to again be like stuff like that. And that's what he's trying to do here, and he knows his shortcomings, but he's going to do it. And obviously Ainz was very happy hearing that, and Ainz was like, all right, you know what? Our kingdom is going to back you up. And obviously having like a kingdom back you up is a pretty big deal. He's going to get everything, like raw materials. He's probably going to get like a workshop stuff, something like that, where he can do his job. He'll get all the materials he need, the cost that's going to will be needed, everything he's going to get. And on top of that, he'll probably also get a salary. So it's like a very great deal. And that's why he was like, oh, you really helped me out. And yeah, but for now we have to keep it at pause here, because stuff is happening outside. We come outside, and Shaltir tells us that there's like a lot of demi-human intruders. Now I call them kobolds, and then I looked at them, and then I'm like, what the hell, these are not kobolds, they're more like werewolves. But okay, their names are actually Quagua. Okay, there you go. I don't think I've ever heard of them before. So Quagua. So Quagua, these are the creatures that were the reason why everyone went to the town beside it. And okay, he says that these things actually eat steel. And okay, it might be because not steel, sorry, Quagua eat metals from an early age, but the body all over the body is tougher than metal armor. The rarer the metal that they eat, the stronger they are. Ones with colored fur like blue or red particularly are strong. Okay, there you go. So that's the Quaguas. And Ainz is like, all right, you know what, capture all of them. And he's like, yeah, Shaltir, now it's your turn to show me. And Shaltir wants a chance to prove herself. So she's happy enough to actually take this opportunity. So she just takes Hanzo and her the team, and asks Hanzo to kind of do something so that they don't go to inside the tunnels. Comes out, uses the field thing, the collect species or whatever she called it. I'm guessing that's like a gravity field or something, which probably binds them at the place, something like that. And she makes multiple of them to kind of put them in one place. And in the end, she was also able to capture the leader, and each and every Quagua here was captured. So next is get information from these creatures. Obviously the leader was like, I'm not going to talk, and Shaltir just charmed him, and he just starts talking. Obviously this part was like, he starts saying something like, oh, what's that dude, that undead dude, is he like your subordinate or something? And Shalter, I feel like Shalter was probably going to kill him and then and there, but like Ainz just stopped her at that moment, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm the underling." And Shaltier felt so weird over here. She's like, yeah, like she cannot say anything to him because Ainz himself said here that yeah, I am her underling, which means this is part of his plan. So she cannot say anything to the Quagua. If he's rude to Ainz, he cannot say anything. And at the same time, if he's rude to Ainz, she herself will get pissed. So this is like a dilemma she's having. She cannot tell anything to the Quagua to stop talking or to shut up or something. And and at the same time she's going to get pissed off if this thing bad mouths Ainz in a way. So yeah, now this Quagua tells us what the actual plan is. Okay, it says we are the warriors serving the great clan lord Ryuro. Okay, and he talks about how he has plans in going to the other village and attacking them. And he's like, oh, there you go. The fortress that you have protecting the bridge is finished. We found a route that will bypass the Great Chasm. So basically, I'm guessing he's saying that they have found an alternative way to get in. And there you go. The main force should be slaughtering the dwarves any moment now. And he starts laughing and everything. And so, yeah, I'm guessing Ainz will not be happy about this because he wants to make a good friendly relationship with the dwarves. And some random Quagua pack comes in and they're like, oh, we're going to kill all of them. Ainz is probably not happy about this, and I don't know what's going to happen to these creatures, but we'll see. And yeah, nothing good is going to happen to them. So there you go. So yeah, that was this episode. This is a good episode. We see a little bit of Shaltier aura and Ainz's part of the story now, and I'm guessing we'll have like 1 or 2 more episodes which is going to deal with this situation. And then we'll probably get like an alliance with the dwarves. So yeah, that's probably how it's going to go. But I'm looking forward to see what Shaltier does here, and I'm pretty sure Shaltier will probably she herself thinks that, oh, she's done so many bad things, and she has let Ainz down. So hopefully this, just like Ainz envisioned, this little expedition will boost her morale up, and not only that, it'll help her learn and grow. And the how being strong has been detrimental to her growth, that will kind of kind of lessen a little bit. And hopefully she can learn something from looking at Ainz and seeing what he's doing. Yeah, that's the main goal of Ainz here. Not the main goal, but one of the goals. Like, the main goal is obviously getting the rune technology, but this was part of the goal. He wants Shaltier to be back to her normal self again, and to kind of start growing again, and start improving, stuff like that. So there you go. So that was it. Thank you for watching. This was my reaction to Overlord Season 4, Episode number 5. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Overlord. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.